What up, Broncos country? Welcome back to the channel. So here to recap the Las Vegas Raiders at the Denver Broncos in a game that was hard to watch. Even though we won this game, I feel like we lost this game in some way. Broncos ended up winning 10-7. Funny enough, that was their record last year, 10-7. Don't think it has any connection with anything. But, yeah, it was so bad that both teams in this game had done something that hasn't been done in 50 years. You want to know what that was? Both teams finished with more penalties than first downs. That's how bad it was. It's been 49 years to be exact since a game like that has happened. Oh, yeah, it was tough. It was tough. But if you like defense, this was the game for you, my friend. I mean, as a fan of defense, I really became a fan of defense, watching the 2015 team. And the Broncos are getting heavily criticized at the moment. But it was honestly same thing. I'm getting a little bit of deja vu. It was the same thing in 2015. They were like, oh, Peyton Manning's holding them back. He's playing so bad. That offense is abysmal. But our defense was great. Okay? One of the greatest defenses of all time, to be exact. I mean, this has the feel of that a little bit. I can't say it exactly reminds me of that. Because, a little different situations in that season. But, I mean, the defense is great. Okay. Well, I'm going to say elite. I think the 2015 defense, that was a great defense. This one's elite. But, yeah, I got to see a little bit more. But I do have a great feeling. I mean, we still haven't played our best ball. We're sitting at 8-2 on the season. I mean, even though we're getting criticized a lot, we got the best record in the NFL right now. And like I just said, we still haven't put it together yet. What's going to happen when we put it together, So, I wouldn't worry. We got a lot of injuries right now. We got a little mini bye week coming up, 10 days, and then we take on the Chiefs in Denver, by the way, which is going to be probably the biggest game of the season. That game will tell us a lot. J.K. Dobbins, he was going off on X, saying that they need to ban the hip drop tackle. And, he sustained a foot injury from that, so I really hope he doesn't miss this game against the Chiefs. We're going to need everybody that we can get. Unfortunately, I don't think Pat Surtain's going to be ready for that one, but I expect him to be ready because we got a bye week after that, so we play one game in 21 days. Then we have the bye week after that, and then take on the Commanders. So he should be back for that one. But, yeah, 4 things we learned in this game is, number 1, like I was saying, man, defense is special. They have 46 sacks on the season. That's way ahead of second place, 28. I believe it's the Detroit Lions, if I'm correct. But, yeah, I mean, they're fun to watch, man. They're definitely championship caliber defense. Hopefully the offense and, the offense really just needs to be average, to be honest, with how great this defense is. As long as they're just average offense, they're going to win games. I believe in this game they were below average, but I feel like the Raiders, this was their Super Bowl. They had to throw everything out there. Raiders, they always want to beat us, okay? They're always going to play their hearts out against us. And, I got to give credit to their defense. Their defense, I knew they had some guys on their defense. Max Crosby always had good games against us. And, yeah, their defense came to play, okay? It's not like we were missing a lot. We did miss some things, but they were really, locking us down. They were taking plays away, and they did a good job. But the Broncos, they were able to get the field goal there at the end. They did miss one there late. Raiders missed one as well. late. I felt like the Broncos in this game just had, moments where they could just burst out. And I was just waiting for it. Like every time they got the ball, I was like, okay, is this going to be the time we burst out and we take control of this game and, it's going to be over? I was hoping at the end we were able to make it 17-7, but eventually we just ran the clock out there at the end. I think we probably could have scored another touchdown there, maybe 17-7, but they just kind of ran the clock out there at the end of the game. But yeah, it was another bad game. We've had a couple bad games, but the thing is, these bad games, with Russell Wilson, we weren't winning these games. Okay? We had a lot of bad games in 2015 as well. And, people said same things about that were not good enough, even though we had a great record back then as well. But, yeah, it was the defense that led us to that Super Bowl. And, if we're going to go deep in the playoffs this year, it's going to have to be the defense again. The offense just has to take care of the football, to be honest. I mean, Bo, he had one interception, which was on Troy Franklin. Went right in his chest, bounced up into the Raiders dude's arms. And then the other pick he had, the first one he had, was a Tua decision. He just ended up just hucking it down the field, trying to make a play, and got picked off. That was a bad one. He's done that twice. He did that against the Texans, and he did it like 2 or 3 times, and 1 or 2 didn't get picked off. So, that's worrying me a little bit. He's going to have to not do that as much. Yes, I know there's pressure on him, and he's trying to connect on the balls. There's so many people criticizing him that he can't throw the deep ball, but you just got to play like Bo Nix, man. You just got to do your thing. And I notice he tries to throw the ball more instead of running. And I keep saying this. You need to just run the darn ball. You got a lane, you take it. It doesn't matter, okay? You got to play like Bo Nix. Don't play like the fans want you to play. You got to do you, brother. Anyway, third thing. I think we might have the tight end coverage problem fixed, because tight ends against this defense have not been playing very well like years before. Like Brock Bowers, he was the guy who I said in the preview that we got to shut him down. Guess what? He was coming off that 3-touchdown game, had a monster game last week, but he only had 1 catch in this game, which was for 31 yards. But that was it. And he had a rush of -4 yards. So, yeah, they did really good against them. That's exactly what they needed to do. That's what I said. And then the last thing is Sean Payton can get too cute sometimes. Yeah, again, here comes the criticizing play calling by Mr. Sean Payton. He had some more plays, like that one where it's 3rd and 1, and they do the backwards pass to Cortland Sutton, and he's looking downfield, and then realizes nothing's open, so he tucks, runs, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and yeah, that was awful. That was bad. But yeah, I don't know. Sean Payton, I mean, he has some really masterful games, and then he has games like this. So again, like he said in his press conference, he needs to be more consistently better at coaching. And I trust Sean Payton. I mean, Sean Payton is an offensive guru. But I don't know. Just needs to be more consistent. Sorry, I was trying not to yawn there. That was tough keeping that one in. I'm going to go over the stats here real quick. Yeah, let's see. Nobody threw over 150 yards passing. Bo Nix did have 150 yards passing. Geno Smith was 143 yards. 16-26 for 1 pick. Oh! All right, that yawn was not going to let me escape. Okay, Bo Nix was 16 for 28, so both quarterbacks pretty similar in this one. He did have a touchdown pass, 2 interceptions. Ashton Ginty, 19 carries, 60 yards, and a touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 77 yards, 18 carries. Receiving yards. Both sides, not the best receiving. Tyler Lockett was the Raiders' leading receiver with 44 yards, and then the Broncos was Pat Bryant, 43 yards. Sacks, Mr. Butler for the Raiders. Who is that? Adam Butler. He had a sack, and then our leading sack. What did I say in the preview? I said we need to get some more Nick Benito involved, and guess what? He had 1.5 sacks, and so that's a great game for Nick Benito. I haven't heard him a lot lately, so that's a good sign right there. Total yards, Denver 222. Oh. Man, these yawns keep getting me, man. 220 total yards for Denver, 188 for the Raiders. Raiders did win the turnover battle. They only had 1. We had 2. 10 first downs apiece. Penalty yards, both teams at 11. That's what I mean. Third downs. Denver 5 for 15. Raiders 4 for 15. Raiders were 0 for 1 on fourth down. Red zone, Raiders were 1 for 1. We were 1 for 3. Time possession eerily similar. We had 30-46 to 29-14. Okay. Let's go to the box score. Yeah, Kenny Pickett came out for a second. And when they were about to go back out, Geno Smith ran out of the tent hobbling. He's like, nah, we don't want to see that no more. That was funny. I actually wanted Geno Smith to come back out there too, because he had been playing so bad all game. What else we got here? Other receivers for the Raiders. I'm just going to read the ones that had 20 yards or more. So you had Brock Bowers 1 for 31, Trey Tucker 2 for 28, and then Michael Mayer for 3 for 22. They had 2 sacks. Charles Snowden had the other. And then Adam Butler. Broncos side of things, R.J. Harvey didn't really do much in this one. 4 carries for 9 yards. Wow, when Cortland Sutton got that backwards pass, they actually counted that as a sack. Troy Franklin, 5 catches, 40 yards. Cortland Sutton, 3 catches, 24 yards. Again, there's the Cortland Sutton that we don't need right there. We need him to be more involved in that. I'm not going to go over anybody else because those are all the receivers with 20 or more yards. But yeah, we had 6 sacks as a team. Half a sack for Jay Coop. Oyoma Owazarike, half a sack. John Franklin Myers had half a sack. Malcolm Roach with a sack. Zach Allen with a sack. Talanoa Hufanga with a sack. And then Nick Benito with the 1.5 sacks. DeAndre Tillman, the big man, had the pick for us. Caillou Blue Kelly had 2 picks for the Raiders, both off Bo. But yeah, DeAndre Tillman, again, big fella. Thought he was going to run it back again just like against Dallas. He's got some hands. It's been fun to see him get those interceptions. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to do for me. I'm going to probably wrap up the video right there. But anyway, let me know your guys' thoughts. I mean, we're sitting 8-2, haven't played our best ball yet. We're a game and a half above the Chargers and 2.5 above the Chiefs. So definitely have to keep an eye on that. Enjoy these extra days off. We'll have a preview this coming Wednesday probably when we take on the Chiefs. Gonna be a big one. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new on that. Stay safe, be good, go Broncos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.